Hi, this is Jessica Ajoux, and I'm excited that you are embarking on your agility training journey.
I use the word journey because it really is. All training is a process. An experienced team can make a course look smooth and effortless, but this is the result of much practice, training, and time. A house isn't built overnight, and just like any construction project, you need a solid foundation on which to build your and your dog's skills, and most importantly, your relationship with your dog. Without that, you have nothing. So while this course looks very cool and fancy, remember, it's the final product. It all started with foundation training. Small steps, small exercises that, while they didn't look like much at the time, build into the final product. If you're taking lessons or have joined a club or classes, your instructor should gradually introduce the obstacles and show you some foundation training exercises to help your dog on his agility journey.
Dog agility is very unique in that you are going to be simultaneously the teacher and your dog's student. This is true for the dog as well. They are going to be learning as much from you as they are going to be teaching you. So, this is why it's so important to have a good relationship with your dog, because without this, the team aspect of agility just won't work. Oh, hello. She wants to help make the video. Yeah.
The following foundation exercises can be done right in your living room and don't require a lot of space or any equipment. So before you get started, you need to figure out what motivates your dog. It could be treats, it could be toys, anything that they like. The dog is the one who gets to decide what their reward is. And you're going to use that to reward them and help explain to them what you want. So in this first exercise, we're teaching the dog to follow the handling. Body language is crucial in agility because that's mostly what dogs respond to naturally. So in this exercise, you want to have the dog following your hand and then curving around your body so that the dog makes a turn when you make the turn. I like to use food for this because it keeps the dog a little closer to you. Keep the cookie at nose level. Keep the dog next to you and lead them around your body as you have them turn to the left or to the right. Be sure that you don't let the dog cut behind you or in front of you, and then reward them for having made the turn. The next exercise is sending the dog forward. This is important because dogs have 4 legs, we have 2, and we want them to learn to be able to run ahead of us. Believe it or not, they like to stay close, so it's important to teach the dog that they can send ahead of you. In this case, I'm using cookies. I've put them in a little bowl. I showed the dog where they are, and then I am stepping forward and using my hand closest to the dog to send the dog forward to get the cookie. You can also do this with toys. Here I threw the little rope toy, stepped forward, and sent the dog to the toy. Just as important as sending forward is teaching the dog to turn away from you. They don't do this naturally because they like to keep their eyes on you. So what we want to teach them to do is to be able to turn away from us and look for the next obstacle. What I'm doing to do this is I use the cookie and I'm turning the dog's nose away and then letting the rest of the body follow. Take this slow. Sometimes they have a very, very hard time doing this. I would practice it quite frequently and just remember to help them make the turn by leading the cookie in front of their nose and getting them to turn. Weaving between the legs is a great foundation exercise to help them prepare not just for the weave pose, but also to bend their body and make some sharp turns that they will need to do on the agility course. Again, use the food to lure the dog through your legs. Go slow if you need to. Sometimes they're a little confused and don't realize where they need to be looking, or they don't like the fact that there's something above their head. So be patient and help them. Reward their attempts. If they start to go but then act a little scared, you can always reward them for just going halfway and then build up to them being able to weave multiple times between your legs. To introduce bending around obstacles, such as when dogs will make jumps, or even sending around wings, you can teach the dogs to go around objects. So here I've just used a foam roller and I'm having the dog go around it. You see, I'm also letting her discover a little bit. I'm letting her offer to go around rather than always luring her around with the cookie, and rewarding when the dog comes around the object. Next, I took just a travel suitcase because it's a little bigger. She can't see me behind it. And I'm just teaching her that if I send around something, the idea is to go out around and then come back towards me. To prepare the dogs for feeling comfortable on the contact equipment or running through tunnels, it's good to teach them to be able to walk on different surfaces. You can get creative. Here I'm using a cardboard box, a seat cushion, and then a bag that has a comforter in it. These things make some noise, they feel different, and I'm just rewarding the dog for interacting with the objects, putting her feet on it, and then I'm using the cookie to lure her across. You can see that when she's uncomfortable, she only puts her front feet, but I keep working to try to get her to put all 4 feet on these different materials. The sky's the limit. You can get as creative as you want, and then reward them, of course, for enthusiasm. And go slow if you run into something that they are scared of. Never force them on, but use the cookies to entice them and help them figure it out. Yay, good, Sharpay. So have fun training these exercises, and remember, your dog is your teacher as much as he is your student.